Alright, how's everybody doing today? And I'm back here on Raw Sports News with another pretty much just going to be an NFL talk about video. And it is because Ezekiel Elliott has been suspended from the NFL for, I believe, 6 games. And also, we were hit with 2 blockbuster trades for the NFL-wise. And Sammy Watkins was sent to LA to the Rams. Jordan Matthews was sent to the Bills. The Eagles got Ronald Darby, and there was a couple picks exchanged in there. But yeah, so it was a busy day for the NFL over on August 11, 2017, as we saw 2 trades. And we saw one of the best running backs in the league get suspended for, whatever, a third of the season, fourth of the season. So, we're here to talk about it. So Zeke, we'll start off with the Zeke suspension. So, we think that the Zeke suspension was a little harsh. It was a little harsh. We could say that there was no evidence. We've seen hardcore evidence on Ray Rice, and he got 4 games. We've seen people smoke weed, and they got 16 games. So, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, and if, like, the NFL is just too inconsistent. They're either giving people who smoke weed, like, banning people, well, not banning people, but, like, they sent Josh Gordon got suspended a whole year for smoking weed, I think twice or 3 times, same with Martavis Bryant, who was the most recent one, and then we see Ezekiel Elliott, if he actually abused a woman, is only suspended 6 games, so there's not really it doesn't make sense in the NFL these days, and then you consider the Ray Rice, or the Josh Brown incident with the Giants, suspended 1 game, and then Zeke gets 6 games. So where's the consistency in NFL? We don't see it at all. I believe that the NFL should suspend Zeke for 4 to 6 games. He should take a hard suspension. Like, this is no joke. Like, if he actually did this, like, yeah, he should be suspended. There's a reason there's this allegation. He probably did something bad, and he should face the consequence. Do I think 6 games is a little much? Yes. If you're going to give Josh Brown 1 game, you're going to give Ray Rice 4 games. Yeah, I think maybe Zeke should have 4 games, and he'll probably appeal it. He'll probably go down to 4, something like that. But then there's also, like, the Le'Veon Bell incident last year where he didn't show up to a drug test. There was a phone incident, but probably not. He probably smoked or something. And he got suspended, I think, 4 games and got it down to 3. But then it doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no consistency here. But, yeah, I think that Zeke should get suspended from at least 4 to 6 games. He'll appeal it. I don't think it's harsh at all, but I think that the NFL should definitely step it up with their consistency-wise and actually, like, make it, like, if you have a domestic violence thing against you or something, you should be suspended the same amount of games the guy next to you did. That did the same thing. Not one guy gets 1 game, one guy gets 4, one gets 6, one gets 16. It shouldn't be all over the place. It should be one settled thing, so we all don't have to debate about this. Second, we did see the Bills make 2 trades. 2 trades. The Bills, I honestly love it. The Bills are just tired of going 7-9, 8-8, 6-10, 9-7. They're ready to go tank mode. They're ready to go, screw it. We want a top 5 pick. We're obviously not going to beat the Patriots. We're obviously not going to beat the Steelers. We're not going to beat the Chargers, the Raiders. We're not going to beat any of these teams in the AFC. Let's just tank. Let's get a good pick. Let's get a great quarterback. Let's get a great, whatever, defensive stud in the draft, and let's just call it. And that's exactly what they did. They wasted, well, they didn't really waste a high pick, but they did traded up in, what was it, the 2014-2015 draft from, I think, pick 9 to 5 to the Browns, or pick 9 to pick 4. And then they took Sammy Watkins, who at Clemson, we were like, damn, this guy's the best receiver. 2 picks later, I believe, or 4 picks later, something like that, was Mike Evans, and then 6 picks later was Odell Beckham. So you can see they got probably the least productive out of those 3 so far. But credit, he hasn't really had the best quarterback play, and he's also been injured a lot, which hasn't really helped this case. And he's going to LA. It's going to be interesting to see what Jared Goff, he's got weapons now. He's got decent weapons. He's got, obviously, Todd Gurley in the backfield. He's got Tavon Austin. He's got Sammy Watkins. We're going to see what he can do with them. And, yeah, it'll be very interesting. I don't know. Jared Goff's not really the best quarterback in the NFL, we could say, after his rookie year. But it's going to be interesting to see what he can do with now one of the most highly hyped up receivers over the past 5 years. And, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. The Bills, I'm going to guess that Tyrod Taylor's out soon. There's no way this guy, they're going to bring him back. They should want to tank. They're probably just going to let him go. They're not going to pay this man so much money. They now, I think, have a 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd next year from, I think, like, the Chiefs. I think the 2nd is from the Rams, and the 3rd is from the Eagles. I could be wrong. And they said Ronald Darby to the Eagles for, I believe, Jordan Matthews, and they also got a 3rd-round pick. Hey, Jordan Matthews, not a terrible receiver. I'm excited for Zay Jones to break out. I love this man out of college. I think he went to Eastern Carolina, one of the Carolinas. I think it was Eastern Carolina, and he was, I believe, a 2nd-round pick. I'm super excited. Hopefully he gets a lot of touches or a lot of targets. Like, he'll be behind, I guess, Robert Woods and Jordan Matthews. But I think Robert Woods is still there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I hope Zay Jones as well. Ronald Darby is a great corner. The Eagles are going to love him there. And honestly, for Jordan Matthews and a 3rd-round pick, that's a steal. And for the Rams, I think, honestly, nobody really, if the team that took the biggest L was probably the Bills, because they did trade the Sammy Watkins for a 2nd, but they got a 2nd-round pick. And I think he's a free agent next year. And who the hell is going to want to pay this guy 15, 10, 8 million when we haven't seen him have one healthy 16, 15 game season yet. So I do agree that it was smart for the Bills to trade Sammy Watkins, and a second-round pick is honestly really good for receivers that could just come and go, interchange. You see guys like the Patriots, they use 8 different receivers every year. The Steelers, they have a bunch of good guys that they just fill in, and it's just, yeah, it's what teams are doing, and honestly getting a second-round pick for Watkins is really good. And they also got EJ Gaines, I believe, so that was also not bad from the Rams, so they can use him as a corner, whatever they're going to do, because they did lose Gilmore in the offseason. Now they traded Darby, so their secondary it's pretty bad after Jerry Spurd. So yeah, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought about the Zeke suspension and the 2 trades in the comments below. Who won the trades, who lost the trades, and what games do you think Zeke should have got suspended? So that's going to be for me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you are not already. And yeah, hit the like button if you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.